Hello YouTube and everyone else. I am going to be talking about mentioning some best coffee in Malaysia for every Java mug in 2022. So, during the time of the feeling like you are required to stay in bed for more hours, a mug of Java can come to the emancipate to save our fruitful day. Whether it's an undemanding mug of instant Java, americano, or espresso, Java is always a great way to revamp your day. Apart from getting you out of bed, Java coffee in parentheses is also serviceable to upgrade your engrossment, energy elevation, and make you a minuscule sharp-witted. By the same token, the antioxidant holds in Java coffee is also substantial to avert cancer, fighting aging indications, and heart affliction. Accompanied by a large-scale diversification of Java within easy reach in the emporium, which then is the best coffee in Malaysia. In my leading of cuisine sequences, I have researched the state of the art of some best coffee in Malaysia, supplying value proposals to befit your manner and way of living, as well as spending inexpensively. Now I am going Now is what I meant. I am going to go over the best coffee in Malaysia and take notice that I have never tried any of these before, but I have did my research because I am curious just as you are. So the first one for best coffee in Malaysia in 2022 is the Davidoff Espresso 57. It is the first one on the list for you being one of the best coffees in Malaysia. For a straightforward espresso at your own place of residence, donating an extra flavorful tang than methodical coffee and extremely centralized caffeine, a drink of espresso is always the finest choice to arouse your perception in the morning. While it's uncomplicated to find, nearly all people don't make espresso at their own place of residence because of the unavailability of the espresso maker. But you are not required to have an espresso maker to make a glass of espresso at your own place of residence with the Davidoff Espresso 57. Vague chocolate notes with chunky crema is what I meant. Is the next thing for this Davidoff Espresso 57 that I'm still talking about. Made from the hand-picked blend of Central and South America Arabica beans and roasted discreetly with the equilibrium between roasting time and temperature. This dark roast coffee contains a evened out aroma with vague chocolate notes. Albeit an instant espresso coffee, you'll also still get a chunky crema like a solidly built coffee with an espresso maker. The prep is effortless. Directly pour water with 90-degree temperature to the coffee granulate. Still carefully, and your glass of espresso is prepared within seconds. With light cocoa notes, this coffee is substantial when prepared with milk or cream to make your treasured espresso-based coffee. You may be asking yourself, why buy this as being one of the best coffees in Malaysia? Well, firstly, it's because an instant espresso. It's because it's an instant espresso. Secondly, it's Arabia blend of coffee beans from Latin America. Thirdly, it's a dark roast. Next is the fourth one is because it has light chocolate notes. And finally, it is good for espresso based coffee. Next one is Nescafe Blend and Brew Original is the second one on the list for you, being one of the best coffees in Malaysia. Now this is talking about this brand being a Slayer Sharp Robusta coffee. When it comes to Nescafe, the blend and brew original alternative can never go erroneous. Contrastivetto, the traditional method, this Nescafe original is handled with eccentric one-step engineering that mixes all the components initially to brewing. Not only it lets you brew it rapid, this eccentric handle also locks the coffee's genuine tang and whiff, transporting a maximum steadiness from the earliest to the latest sample. The components incorporate light milk and creamer that gives the coffee a sleek, flesh body and chunky crema. Owning the fact that it's created from the Robusta beans, this Nescafe original has less acidity and is extra neighborly for people that are in misery having acid reflux complications. And again, you may be asking yourself, why should I buy this as being one of the best coffees in Malaysia? Firstly, it's Robusta coffee, and secondly, it's sleek flesh steadiness with chunky crema. Okay, now the third one on the list is Avert 3-in-1 white coffee. Again, it's the third one on the list for you to be one of the best coffees in Malaysia. And it's saying that this one is inexpensive preference. This is what I researched and read in my article. An extra white coffee to consider is the Avert 3-in-1 white coffee, a desired alternative in Malaysia with over 2,000 vendings in Shopee alone. Roasted with a light temperature, the coffee has a soothing smell with a flesh texture and lower pungency for an unwinding cup of joe. The components also include milk and sugar, which is flawless for a go-to brewer. Again, you may be asking yourself, why should I buy this one as being one of the best coffees in Malaysia in 2022? First, it's because it's affordable price. Secondly, is because it has a soothing smell and fragrance. Third, because it doesn't have a sour tang. You don't want that sour tang, you know what I mean? I sure wouldn't want that. Now, the fourth one on the list is Lavazza Prontissimo Intenso Instant Coffee. Is the next one on the list, again being one of the best coffees in Malaysia. Lavazza Prontissimo Intenso Instant Coffee in Malaysia. The Lavazza Prontissimo Intenso Instant Coffee is out of the ordinary Dalgona or dark coffee. With just a nudge of sharpness, it's without dubiousness one of the best coffees in Malaysia. Again, you may be asking yourself, why should you buy this? First, it's the silky smooth and doesn't leave a bitter aftertaste. By adding some flavor, not stronger but richer, the taste. Secondly, it's very creamy and intense. The fifth one on the list of being one of the best coffees in Malaysia is Starbucks Dark Roast Premium Coffee. Starbucks Dark Roast Premium Instant Coffee gives you a Starbucks americano or latte coffee over tone. It is fractionally stronger than in other brands. Dark roast carries more caffeine than medium roast. Again, you may be asking yourself, why should you buy this one as being one of the best coffees in Malaysia? First, because this Starbucks Dark Roast Premium Instant Coffee has a dark, bold taste. It is made of 100% Arabica beans and makes about 40 cups. Second is because it is very simple to make. You just put the amount of coffee you want in your cup and heat up some water and add it to your cup with the coffee and stir and serve. And finally, you get the same great taste of a Starbucks restaurant at home. Overall, the quality and taste of this product is very great, and I highly recommend to give it a try. The sixth one on the list is Illy Instant Coffee with micro-ground Arabica coffee beans, for you being one of the best coffees in Malaysia. The Illy Instant Coffee with micro-ground Arabica coffee beans features finely crushed Arabica coffee beans. It has a robust flavor. Alternatively, there's the medium roast Classico range, which is milder and has delicate nuances of sweetness, and this is your answer to, again, you're probably asking yourself, why should I buy this one as being one of the best coffees in Malaysia? Next one on the list is Kopiko LA White Low Acid White Coffee Premix, 15 by 40 gram is the next one on the list, like I said, for you being one of the best coffees in Malaysia. Kopiko LA White Low Acid White Coffee Premix 15 by 40 grams is Kopiko's new and highly regarded low acid instant coffee mix. It is ideal for those who have a sensitive stomach and is strongly suggested for anyone with gastric issues, and this is your answer to, again, you may be asking yourself, why should you buy this one as being one of the best coffees in Malaysia? Next one on the list, and the eighth one, is Nescafe Dolce Gusto Mocha, 216 grams is the next one, like I said, on the list for you being one of the best coffees in Malaysia. Nescafe Dolce Gusto Mocha 216 grams is a gourmet coffee version of Nescafe. Although the Nescafe Dolce Gusto machines must be used exclusively with coffee pods, the Dolce Gusto Mocha pod is a delectable chocolate coffee integration that will content even overcritical mocha aficionados. The rich, luxurious, and smooth coffee chocolate combination is ideal for starting the day. And again, this is your answer to how you may be asking yourself, why should I buy this one as being one of the best coffees in Malaysia? Ninth one is Trong Guyenne G7 3-in-1 Instant Coffee. Is the next one on the list for you being one of the best coffees in Malaysia. Okay, so Trong Guyenne G7 3-in-1 Instant Coffee is one of the best coffees in the world. This excellent coffee fusion is based on instant coffee, non-dairy creamer too, and sugar blended with the best value Colombian, Guatemalan, Jamaican, Brazilian, Ethiopian, and Vietnamese coffee beans. Many people avow that the tang of the brand is outstanding. It contains a nice rich coffee tang, sweet and creamy. Next one, and I believe this is the final one. Yes, it is the 10th one. It is Native Organic Instant Freeze-Dried Coffee. Is the next one on the list for you being one of the best coffees in Malaysia. A fair trade piece of merchandise of Brazil using biological Arabica coffee beans. Native organic instant solidified dried coffee is not acidic and will content the coffee aficionado in you. Mainly if you prefer your coffee to have a chocolatey tang. The deriving drink has a caramelized tang, moderate acidity, and a balanced body. And this is your answer to how you may be asking yourself, why should you buy this one as one of the best coffees in Malaysia? Instant Malaysia Coffee. Malaysia is a coffee warm-hearted civilization. In actuality, 34% of Malaysians guzzle down at least one glass of instant coffee on any given day. Malaysia also has the contrast of being home to some world-class trademarks like Kopiko and Nescafe. However, there are other great alternatives out there if you urge something different from your particular brand. With so many possible courses of action available in stores or on the internet, it's uncomplicated to find just what you're observing, no matter how picky you might be from your Java connection. So why not try a different tang? Contour now. Now the summary. If you came here wondering what the answer to best coffee in Malaysia for every Java mug in 2022, then I hope I've answered it for you. I talked about Davidoff Espresso 57, Nescafe Blend and Brew Original, Ahwad 3-in-1 White Coffee, Lavazza Pantissimo Intenso Instant Coffee, Starbucks Dark Roast Premium Instant Coffee, Illy Instant Coffee with microground Arabica coffee beans, Copico LA White Low Acid White Coffee Premix 15 by 40 grams, Nescafe Dolce Gusto Mocha 260 grams, Trong Ngayan G7 3-in-1 Instant Coffee, and finally Native Organic Instant Freeze Dried Coffee. As these best coffees in Malaysia in 2022 mentioned in my article and my video are my recommendations from my own research and curiosity. But just that you don't have to do the research from your own curiosity, because it's all right here for you in this video, so that way you don't have to do the hard part. But there are so much more out there. Hope you got something useful out of this. And I will be leaving the links down below in the description of this video if you are interested to go check it out. It will be my affiliate links referred to Amazon for you all to buy. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and look out for more videos. The subscription will be down somewhere right here, the button, or right there, hopefully. And I will talk to you all in the next video. Peace, take care, bye.